This is the Sakar Murli of the 20th of January 2025. Essence. Sweet children, together with imbibing this knowledge and claiming your golden-aged kingdom, increase your power of remembrance and strengthen your purity. Question. What should be your aim of the efforts that you children now make? Answer. To remain constantly happy, to become very sweet, and interact lovingly with everyone. This should be the aim of your efforts. By accomplishing this, you will become full of all virtues, 16 celestial degrees full. Question. What is the sign of those whose actions are elevated? Answer. No one experiences sorrow from them. Just as the Father is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, in the same way, those who perform elevated actions are removers of sorrow and bestowers of happiness. Song. Leave your throne of the sky and come down to earth. Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children heard the song. Who said, sweetest spiritual children? Both fathers said this. The incorporeal one said it, and so did the corporeal one. This is why they are called Bap and Dada. Dada is corporeal. Those songs belong to the path of devotion. You children understand that the Father has come to instill this knowledge of the whole world cycle in your intellects. It is in the intellects of you children that you are now completing your 84 births, and that this play is now about to end. You now have to become pure by having yoga, that is, by having remembrance. Remembrance and knowledge are used in every aspect. A pupil would remember the barrister and would, of course, take that knowledge from him. These two are called the powers of yoga and knowledge. Here, this is a new aspect. With their powers of that yoga and knowledge, they receive limited power. Whereas here, with the powers of this knowledge and yoga, you receive unlimited power from Baba, because he is the Almighty Authority. The Father says, I am the ocean of knowledge. You children now also know the world cycle. You remember everything, the incorporeal world and the subtle region. The Father has given you all of this knowledge that he has within him. Therefore you have to imbibe this knowledge. The Father also teaches you children yoga and purity in order for you to claim your kingdom. You become pure and you then claim your kingdom from the Father. The Father gives you an even higher status than he has. You lose your status whilst taking your 84 births. It is at this time that you children receive this knowledge. You are given the knowledge of how to become the highest of all, by the Father who is the highest of all. You children understand that it is as though you are now sitting in Bap Dada's home. This Dada is also your mother. That Father is distinct from this Dada, who is also your mother. However, because this is a male costume, a mother has been appointed. She too has been adopted. Creation takes place with the mother. The creation is also adopted. The Father adopts you children in order to give you the inheritance. Brahma too has been adopted. To enter him or adopt him is the same thing. You children understand this, but you explain it to others number-wise according to your efforts. You have to explain to everyone that we are following the Srimat of our Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and are making this Bharat into the most elevated land once again. We also have to make ourselves the same. Each of you should look at yourself and ask, have I become elevated? Do I perform any corrupt actions or cause sorrow for anyone? The Father says, I have come to make you children happy. Therefore you too have to make everyone else happy. The Father can never make anyone unhappy. His title is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. You children must check yourselves and ask, do I cause sorrow for anyone through my thoughts, words or deeds? Shiv Baba never hurts anyone. The Father says, I tell you children this unlimited story every cycle. It is in your intellects that you are now to return to your home and then go to a new world. You will be transferred at the end according to how much you study now. You will return home and then go down number-wise to play your parts. It is a kingdom that is being established. You children understand that whatever effort you make now, that effort is fixed for every cycle. First of all, you have to make everyone's intellect understand that no one but the Father knows this knowledge of the Creator and the beginning, the middle, and the end of creation. They have made the Father's name, the name of the one who is the highest of all, disappear. There is the word Trimurti. There is also Trimurti Road and Trimurti House. The picture of Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar together is called the Trimurti. However, they have removed the name of Shiv Baba, the creator of those three, the main one. You children now understand that Shiv Baba is the highest on high. Then there is the Trimurti. You children claim the inheritance from the Father. By remembering this knowledge of the Father and the inheritance, you will remain constantly cheerful. When you shoot arrows of this knowledge, whilst in remembrance of the Father, they will make a good impact. You receive power from this remembrance. Only through this pilgrimage of remembrance do you receive power. You souls lost all of your power as you became totally tamopradhan and impure. Your main concern should now be in having to change from totally old and impure tamopradhan to totally pure satopradhan. This is the meaning of Manmanabhav as well. Ask those who study the Gita, what is the meaning of Manmanabhav? Who said, remember me and claim the inheritance? It wasn't Sri Krishna who created the new world. He was a prince in the new world. It is remembered that establishment takes place through Brahma. Who is Karavanha? They have forgotten this. They say that God is omnipresent, that he is present in Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar and in everyone else. That is called ignorance. The Father says, Ravan, the form of the 5 vices, has made you so senseless. You understand that you were definitely the same before. Yes, you were also the most elevated before. Then you fell and gradually became the most impure. That scripture says that God Rama took an army of monkeys. That is right. You understand that you previously really were like monkeys. You now realize how corrupt this world is. Everyone wounds one another with insults. This is a forest of thorns, whereas that is a garden of flowers. A forest is usually very large and a garden very small. A garden is not large. You children understand that at this time, this forest of thorns is huge. That garden of flowers of the golden age is very small. You children also understand these matters number-wise, according to the effort you make. Those who have none of this knowledge or yoga, and who don't stay busy doing service, do not experience much internal happiness. A person experiences happiness by giving donations. It would be understood that he gave donations and performed charitable acts in his previous birth, and that this is why his present birth is so good. Some devotees believe that, because they are devotees now, they will take their next birth in a good devotee's home. The fruit of good actions is also good. The Father sits here and explains to you children the philosophy of elevated action, neutral action, and sinful action. No one else in the world knows about these matters. You understand that because it is now Ravan's kingdom, the actions of human beings have all become sinful. Everyone had to become impure. The 5 vices entered everyone. Although they give donations and perform charity, etc., the fruit they receive is only for a temporary period. They still carry on committing sin. All the exchange that takes place in Ravan's kingdom is sinful. People offer bhog with so much cleanliness to the idols of the deities. They are very clean when they go in front of them, but they don't know anything. They have defamed the unlimited Father so much. They think that they are praising God by saying that the Almighty Authority is omnipresent. However, the Father says their ideas are wrong. You first have to tell them the Father's praise. God is the highest on high, and we remember Him. The aim and objective of Raja Yoga is in front of you. Only the Father teaches this Raja Yoga. Sri Krishna cannot be the Father. He is a child. Only Shiv is called Baba. He doesn't have a body of his own. He takes this one on loan. This is why we are called Bap Dada. That one is the highest on high, the incorporeal Father. The creation cannot receive the inheritance from the creation. In a physical relationship, sons receive an inheritance from their father. Daughters don't receive it. The Father has now explained that all of you souls are His sons, and that all are sons and daughters of Prajapita Brahma. You don't receive an inheritance from Brahma. It is only by belonging to the Father that you can receive this inheritance. This Father is sitting here personally in front of you children and explaining this to you. There cannot be scriptures created of all of this. You write it down, you print literature, but nevertheless, no one except a teacher can explain it. If there aren't any teachers, no one would understand it simply from the books. You are now spiritual teachers. The Father is the seed of the human world tree. He has this knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole tree. He sits here in the form of the teacher and explains to you. You children should constantly have the happiness that the Supreme Father has made you his children, and that he then becomes your teacher and teaches you. He is also the true Satguru. He takes you back with him. The bestower of salvation for all is one. The Father is the highest on high, and he gives the inheritance to the people of Bharat every 5,000 years. The anniversary of Shiva's birthday is celebrated. In fact, the word Trimurti should be put next to Shiv Jayanti. You celebrate the Trimurti Shiv Jayanti. Nothing is proved by only celebrating Shiv Jayanti. When the Father comes, Brahma takes birth. You become his children, you become Brahmins, and your aim and objective is put in front of you. The Father himself comes and carries out the task of establishment. Your aim and objective is also very clear. The importance of the Gita was destroyed when Sri Krishna's name was put into it. This too is fixed in the drama. This mistake will happen again. The whole play is about this knowledge and that devotion. The Father says, "Beloved children, remember Alpha and Beta, the land of peace and the land of happiness." This is so easy. Ask anyone the meaning of Manmanabhav and see what they reply. Ask them, who is the one called God? God is the highest on high. He can't be omnipresent like they say. He is everyone's Father. Trimurti Shiv Jayanti will soon be here. Make a picture of Trimurti Shiva. The highest on high is Shiva, and then there are the residents of the subtle region, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. The highest on high is Shiv Baba. He changes Bharat into heaven. Why do you not celebrate his birth? He definitely gave the people of Bharat their inheritance. It was their kingdom. The Arya Samajis will also help you in this, because they too believe in Shiva. You must hoist your flag. On one side there should be the world cycle with the Trimurti, and on the other side the tree. Actually, this should be your flag. It can be made. This flag should be hoisted for everyone to see. It contains the whole explanation. The Kalpa tree and the drama cycle are absolutely clearly shown in this. Everyone should see at what time their religion begins. They themselves can calculate it. Explain this cycle and the tree to everyone. When did Christ come? Where did all of those souls reside before that time? They will reply that it must have been in the incorporeal world. We souls change our form. We come down here and take corporeal forms. People also say to the Father, "Change your form and come into the corporeal world." He comes down here. He doesn't come in the subtle region. Just as we change our forms whilst playing our parts, we also ask him to come once again and teach us Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is taught to change Bharat into heaven. These are very easy matters to understand. You children should be interested in doing this. You must imbibe this knowledge and inspire others to do the same. You should correspond with one another about this. The Father comes and changes Bharat into heaven. It is said that 3,000 years before Christ, Bharat definitely became paradise. Therefore you must send the picture of Trimurti Shiva to everyone. Make a stamp of Trimurti Shiva. There is also a government department of those who make stamps. There are many well-educated people in Delhi. They can do this work. Your capital will also be Delhi. In the beginning, Delhi was called a land of angels, Paristan. It is now a graveyard, Kabristan. So, all of these matters should be in the intellects of you children. You must now stay constantly happy, become very sweet, interact lovingly with everyone, make effort to become full of all virtues and perfect with 16 celestial degrees. This should be the aim of your efforts. However, no one has yet become this. Your stage is now ascending. You ascend gradually. Baba keeps signalling you in many ways about doing service on Shiv Jayanti, through which people will understand that your knowledge really is great. It takes so much effort to explain to human beings. A kingdom would not be created without some effort being made. You ascend, then you fall, and you ascend again. You children experience one storm or another. The main thing is remembrance. You must have remembrance in order to become Satopradhan. This knowledge is easy. You children must become the sweetest of all. Your aim and objective is in front of you. They, Lakshmi and Narayan, are so sweet. You experience so much happiness on seeing them. This is the aim and objective of you students. God is the one who is teaching you. Acha. To you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. 1. Keep this knowledge and the inheritance you receive from the Father in your awareness and remain constantly cheerful. You have this knowledge and yoga, so stay ever ready on the field of service. 2. Remember the land of happiness and the land of peace. You have to become as sweet as those deities. Stay in unlimited happiness. Become a spiritual teacher and donate this knowledge to others. Blessing. May you become karmatit like the Father and be free from your body, relations and material comforts. If those who maintain their soul-conscious form while looking after their households as instruments, according to the directions and not out of attachment, were to receive an order to depart now, they would do so. When the bugle is blown, if you do not pass your time in thinking about it, you would be said to be a conqueror of attachment. Therefore check yourself as to whether any bondage of your body, relations, and material comforts is pulling you. Where there is some bondage, there will be an attraction, but those who are free will be close to the Karmatit stage, like the Father. Slogan: together with giving love and cooperation, also become a form of power, and you will receive a number ahead in the kingdom. With your powerful mind, do the service of giving Sakash. To the extent that you use your body, mind, wealth and time at the moment by serving with the power of your mind, you will receive greater success in a shorter time. At the moment, you sometimes have to make effort for yourself in transforming your nature, in moving along with the gathering, or sometimes when you see that there isn't so much success in service, of not being disheartened. So all of that will finish. Om Shanti.